Pleasant morning to all of you all, my dear children. Am I audible to you all, ma? Am I audible? Okay. Today, in fact, this is the first class we are meeting up, right? Am I right? This week. So this week is going to be a very wonderful week for you all. So we were looking into the Great Indian Bustard. We have completed the lesson and the phrasal verbs also. And then we are going to move on into the grammar part. Okay. Let me share my document for you all right now. Okay. Is the screen sharing visible to all, my dear children? Is it clear? Okay, fine. So the grammar part which we are supposed to see is going to be the present and past tense. Okay. So the tenses which we are going to see. Okay. Could somebody say why do we use tenses, ma? Why do we use tenses in a sentence? Why do we use tenses in a sentence? Could somebody say? Why are we using tenses? In fact, tenses refers to the verb, action words. Okay. Why do we use tense? Why tenses are very important in spoken as well as written language, ma? Only one answer. It's very curious. Only Pugalendhi has answered. What about the others, dear children? You would have already learned this, right? Why do we use tenses? As Pugalendhi says, tenses are nothing but because to refer the verb, yes, to refer the action words. Fine. What is the importance of it in written and spoken language? Why is it so important? Could somebody say? Fingers crossed. No problem. If you're given wrong answer, it's not an issue at all, dear children. But without providing an answer, if you're there, it's really going to be very pathetic, dear children. Okay, because it has the given meaning to the sentence. Okay, without tenses, the sentence will not give you meaning. Very good, Giona. Good job. It tells when it happened. Okay, only when it happened. Even the events which are going to happen also, right? Even the events which are going on, no? Superb answer. This is the answer I was waiting. Arjun has given me the answer. Congratulations, Arjun. It is to refer the time in the sentence. Yes or no? Timing is very important, right? When you're talking, no? When your teacher is asking you, why are you late to the class? Imagine that you are in the classroom in our school. The teacher is asking you what you will say. There might be plenty of reasons, right? My cycle got punctured. So that's how you say, no? So here, my cycle got punctured. Got is going to be the verb there. Yes or no? Got refers to simple past tense. Can we say, my cycle will get punctured? Why are you late now? My cycle will get punctured, sir. Can you say like that? What will be the real meaning? Your cycle is going to be punctured and it is still not punctured. Is the statement correct, ma? Look here, if the tense is totally changed, then this is going to be a big problem. Okay, here is John Emil with a big explanation on tenses. Tenses form the backbone of English language. Yes, absolutely right, John Emil. The tense which is most appropriate to express the idea should be used, else the statement or question would express something opposite to what you wanted to state or write. Correct use of tense will imply the use of correct form of the verb with proper auxiliary. Beautiful. An explanation beyond your age. Very good. I appreciate it. Okay. Now see, I'm telling it in a simple form for you. My cycle will get punctured, sir. If you tell like that, is it right, my dear children? Is it right? When your teacher is asking, why are you late? My cycle will get punctured, sir. So there is no meaning, no? Okay. Okay, that's very important. That's where the tense plays a very important role. Okay. Why didn't you come yesterday? My grandfather died. You may say my grandfather died. So it's a past thing happening. But say for example, if you say my grandfather will die, sir, that's going to be a real problem, right? We can't predict the future, and that's not the way we have to do it. So tenses play a very important role, and it makes us understand the sentence, my dear children. Okay, it makes us understand the sentence, and that's why tense is very, very, very important. And I know you all are good at tenses, and now we are supposed to see only the present and past form of tenses, dear children. Okay, what is present tense? Can somebody say what is present tense, dear children? Present tense. Present tense is nothing but an action which is going on at present, or it might be a habitual action also. Say for example, I teach the class. Okay, I teach the class. I teach English, which means yesterday also I taught English. Today also I am teaching English. Tomorrow also I will teach English. I'll not go and teach social, right? It's a habitual action. I go for a walk, which means yesterday I went for a walk. Today also I am going for a walk, and tomorrow also I will go for a walk. A fact. Sun rises in the east. It's a fact, right? Earth revolves around the sun. So scientific fact also comes under simple present, my dear children. A thing which is happening at present. Okay. So simple present, that's the meaning of simple present. So present tense has 4 subdivisions within it. One is simple present. Look at the table, my dear children. It will be very simple for you. Then comes present continuous. Okay, present continuous. Then comes present perfect. Okay, there is another tense called present perfect continuous also. We'll look into it later. Okay. Now see here they have given a table which depicts as so simple. See here, Corey often weighs more than 18 kilograms. So what is the main verb here? You have to be able to underline the verb, my dear children. So here weighs is given. Weighs is given. So you can close your eyes and write it as simple present tense. Okay. Anup woke up early. Woke up. So the past tense. Woke is the past tense of the word called wake. So it is simple past tense. You could easily identify it using the verb. So how do you identify a tense? Through underlining the verb. If you underline the verb, you can provide the correct tense there. Okay. Don't touch the screen, Amil Dinian. Okay. Research organization are looking into ways to save the species. So look here, the tense here is are looking. Are refers to present form. Ing is there, see, looking. Ing is there. So it is continuous. So present continuous is used there. Okay, that's also there. Anup was getting ready to interview the wildlife researcher. Was getting. Was refers to past, and getting, see, ing is there, so continuous is there. So past continuous, it is given there. Anup had written many questions for the researcher to answer. Had plus written. So when we are using the perfect form of sentences, we have to use the helping verbs. You would have studied about main verb and the helping verbs, right? If you take number 3, research organizations are looking into ways to save the species. Looking is going to be the main verb and are is going to be the helping verb. Yes or no? There is helping verb as well as the main verb. So here, had written. In had written, which is the main verb? Which is the main verb in had written, my dear children? Which is the main verb in had written? Written, not had, Mohammad Idris Khan. Written is the main verb. Had is a helping verb. So because of this helping verb only, we come to know that it is past perfect. Okay. Past perfect is nothing but, see, when it comes to perfect form of sentence, the helping verb will be only three. One is have, another one is has. This have and has is only used for present perfect. And had alone is used for past perfect. Is that understood, my dear children? Look at the previous sentence. The dogs have eaten the eggs on multiple occasions. So look here, eaten is the main verb and have is going to be the perfect form. So present perfect it is there. Okay, there is one doubt. Okay, so you said have and has will come in perfect form of sentence as helping verb. Where to use have and where to use has, sir? This question might arise within you. I'll tell you, dear children, whenever the noun is in singular. Look at the noun here. Noun is the dogs. So it is in plural, right? Whenever it is in plural, we are going to use the helping verb have when it comes to present perfect tense. Whenever it is in singular, we are going to use has. Instead of the dogs, if they have given it as a dog, what we are going to do? We would have used only has eaten because dog is singular. They have given dogs here plural. So we have used have eaten there. Okay. Is that understood, my dear children? The only singular, when it is used in present perfect, it comes, have will come there is only while using I. Okay. I have a pen. You can't say I has a pen. Got it? So I'm talking about present perfect, my dear children. Had will never come in present perfect. Had is past. Had nale, it is past only, no? Is that clear? Everyone have written had eaten, had eaten. How can had eaten come there in present perfect? Present tense means have and has only serves as present tense. Past form is had. So this and all you all would have learned. You all should have learned at grade 6 itself. Still, if you all are struggling, means it's going to be a big problem, my dear children. From the base, it shouldn't be weak. So stay carefully, stay listen. So understand, this is not too late. If you understand the sentences properly, definitely you can give the answer properly also. Okay. Now look at the tense, where to use it also they have given. Look at the simple present. Where all we use simple present tense. See here, an action that takes place at the present moment. Now if the action is happening, we use it. So how is it used? The teacher praises the student. If I say very good, clap hands for the student means I'm praising at the moment, right? The teacher praises the students. It comes at present. A habit. I go for a walk. I said, no, it is a habit. So today I go for a walk. Tomorrow I go for a walk. Yesterday I went for a walk. Definitely this is going to happen. A fact. India Gate is in New Delhi. So tomorrow also it is going to be in New Delhi only. Since its inception, it is there only. Okay. We can't say India Gate is in Kashmir because India Gate is only in New Delhi. So a fact. Whenever we use a fact, we are going to use only simple present tense. When we are giving an idea or an opinion also, it has to be in simple present. See, I think he likes to play. He likes to watch plays. You can say, I think he likes to watch plays. Because when an opinion is provided, it will definitely be in simple present tense. Near future will also come in simple present tense, my dear children. So it might be a timetable. It might be a fixed time. Say, for example, when you are on your summer vacation, 1st June. So 1st June is future, but definitely on 1st June it is going to happen means you can use it in simple present tense. Is that understood, my dear children? So definitely park opens at 8 a.m. tomorrow means definitely at that particular time, tomorrow they are going to open it. So it is a fixed timetable. At that particular time also, we use simple present tense there. Okay. A mood or a state. When you want to
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
is it still, ma'am? Is it okay right now, ma'am? Ma'am, am I audible to you, ma'am? Is it still breaking, ma'am? Just a second, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible right now, ma'am? Now it's okay. Thank you. Thank you, dear children. I hope it's fine. Okay, let me share my screen right now quickly. Okay. From which part you all couldn't understand, ma? Was my audio clear until the habit when I explained? Okay. Let me explain it from the beginning about the tenses. So simple present tense comes in the beginning, my dear children. So where all we are going to use simple present tense. Point number 1. When an action takes place at the present moment. Now at particular, is it still breaking, my dear children? Is my voice still breaking? Is it still breaking, my dear children? It's still breaking. Okay. Is it still breaking, ma? Now it's clear. Is it fine? Okay. Fine. Thank you. Thank you, dear children. Okay. So where all we are supposed to use simple present tense? Here, an action that takes place in the present moment. Right now, if an action is going on means at that particular place, we can use simple present tense. Say, for example, the teacher asks us whether his voice is clear. So I'm asking you all at present, no, is my voice clear? Is my voice clear means it itself is simple present tense only. At this moment, if I'm asking you something means definitely you can tell that is a simple present tense. Okay, see the teacher example, the teacher praises the students. So if I tell no, you all are very creative, I say no, you all are very creative students, which means at present I am praising you, right? So an action that takes place in the present at the present moment will come under simple present tense. Then what are all the possibilities where we can use simple present tense? Second possibility is a habit. Say for example, I go for a walk daily. So today I went for a walk. Yesterday I went for a walk. Tomorrow I will go for a walk. It's a habitual action, no, my dear children. See here, the red panda usually descends at night to eat. So usually descends at night means at night time only it will come to eat. So that's how it goes on. It's a habit. While talking about a habit, we are supposed to use simple present tense. What are all the other possibilities? Other one is the fact. A fact. India Gate is in Delhi. We can't say India Gate is in Pakistan, right? So always it is going to be there. So from the beginning, from the time they have started building the India Gate, it is definitely in Delhi and it will be in Delhi in future also. So any fact like that, it's not only that India Gate, okay? Tamil Nadu is in India. So always it will be in India only. So that's how a fact will always, when we are speaking about a fact, we have to use simple present tense. Okay. An opinion or an idea, whenever you're providing an idea or an opinion, at that particular time also, we are supposed to use simple present tense only. See, I think he likes to watch play. He likes to watch play. We don't say he liked to watch play. Okay. So usage of simple present tense will be there when we are disclosing an idea or an opinion. Okay. Near future. Something when it is going to happen in the future, when you're clear about it, when it is a fixed schedule, definitely at that time we are going to use simple present tense. Okay. Yes, Salvia Angel, I think he is happy, is an opinion. Okay, very good. See, simple now. When you are on summer vacation, when you are going to come back to school, so what will be the notice? The school reopens on 1st of June. Okay, the school reopens on 1st of June. They will not say the school will reopen on 1st of June. 1st of June, no, 1st of June it will start. So if the timetable is fixed at that particular time also, we use simple present tense. Look at the sentence which is given here, dear children. The safari park opens at 8 a.m. tomorrow means definitely at 8 a.m. it will be open. So if it is a fixed schedule, there also we use simple present tense. While telling about the mood or a state of a person, I am not happy right now, which means I am. So this am is the main verb here. Okay. So simple present tense will be used there. Okay. I am happy right now. So there also am is there. Am a simple present tense. So we can use it there. And then when a universal truth comes to a thing comes to use, we use only simple present tense. We will say the earth revolves around the sun. We will not say the earth revolved around the sun. Revolved around the sun means now at present it is not revolving. Like that it will go. The earth will revolve around the sun means tomorrow it is going to revolve or day after tomorrow it is going to revolve. At present it is not revolving. But when you are saying it revolved, it will revolve and it is still revolving means universal truth has to be only in simple present tense. Here, when you are saying, you have to say like this: the earth revolves around the sun. So these are the usages of simple present tense. Is there any doubt with the usage of simple present tense, my dear children? Any doubts? If you don't have anything, we can move on quickly to simple past tense. Any doubts, dear children? Yes, no. The planets are revolving sun. Okay. You have used simple present continuous Salvia Angelin, but it's fine. We are talking only about simple present tense. While you are telling, you might say the planets revolve around the sun. If you use it like that, it comes under simple present tense. But it's not wrong using it in present continuous also. But you have to know the right usage of it, my dear Salvia Angelin. You have to be very clear with it. Okay, good, but good. You're thinking very creative. Fine, dear children. Let's move on to simple past tense. Where are we supposed to use simple past tense? As I said, past is past. So the time is over. Okay, time is over. So something which has already happened in the past. At that particular time only, we are going to use simple past. Here, an action completed at the particular point in time earlier than the present. An action which has been completed from the present. Okay, it was done by her is obviously simple past only. Very good. Example, the postman delivered the letter, which means now he is not delivering. In future, he is not going to deliver. Already he has delivered the letter to you. Okay, the postman delivered. Look at the verb, my dear children. Verb plays a very important role in tenses. Only the verb has to be changed. See, I saw a movie last week, says Kanishka. Definitely that is also simple past tense. Okay. What else possibilities are? That is the only possibility which they have given. And then we will move on to present continuous. What is present continuous? An action which has started in the past and it is still prevailing means it is present continuous. No, Salvia, had come comes under past perfect. We have already learned it, no? I'll tell you the usage of the helping verb. then we can do it. I am going to the park is fine. Let me explain it to you, then later you all can give me sentences pertaining it. See here, an action that is happening at the time of speaking. So an action which is happening at the time of speaking means now I am taking English class for you, right? I am teaching English to you. Yes or no? Teaching. I am teaching. Am is the helping verb for present. Ing present continuous. Here the girls are dancing. Are is the helping verb and dancing is the main verb. So are is used for present form and ing is used for continuous form. The girls are dancing means now at the particular time it is going on. Yes, Kanishka, she is crying means at this moment she is crying. Sometimes present continuous is used for a temporary situation also. How come it is used as a temporary situation? We are staying in a hotel in town, which means you are not going to stay there in the hotel for your lifetime. So you are on a vacation. At that particular time alone, you are going to stay there. At that particular time, you can say like that. Yes, they are playing also comes for temporary situation. We are staying in a hotel in town. So it's a temporary situation. Here, are is referred to present form and staying. Ing is there. So present continuous it is given. A future plan or a scheduled event. When something is going to happen in the future, when definitely it is going to happen, we are going to use it. Darshini, could you mute yourself, ma? Thank you. So future action can also be taken into present continuous. How come it can be taken? We are going to the safari park tomorrow. So it's a planned action. So tomorrow definitely you are going to go. At that particular time, you can say we are going to the safari park. Somebody said, no, we are going for a movie. So we are going for a movie means, is the movie started right now? We are going for a movie means still you have not started to go to the movie. The movie also has not started. Now the problem is, it is a definite future action. At that particular time, you can use present continuous also. Is that clear, my dear children? Any doubts with it? Any doubts? Okay, fine. Next is past continuous. Past continuous and present continuous are literally same only. But the problem is present continuous, an action will happen right now. Past continuous, an action would have started in the past, it would have continued for a while, and it would have ended in the past. Action started in the past, it goes on for a while, and it ends in the past. So that is past continuous for you. Okay. Say for example, two actions in the past happening at the same time. So say they call it as simultaneous action. Say for example, when I was playing, he was learning. So he is playing at the same time and his brother is learning at the same time. Both are happening during the same time. No, when two actions in the past are happening at the same time, we use past continuous. Look at this example, my dear children. The leopard was hunting while the red panda was sleeping. So both actions are taking place at the same time and it was in the past. Okay. The leopard is hunting at the same time. At the same time, what is the red panda doing? It is sleeping, right? When two simultaneous action takes place, we are going to use past continuous. My dear children, you have to be very clear. The helping verb will be either was, if it is singular. If the subject is singular, we are going to use was. If the subject is in plural, we are going to use were. So you have to be very careful with the helping verb and ing form which you are using, my dear children. When it comes to present continuous, the helping verb will be either am. Am is used only with I, my dear children. With anything else, am will not come. So all the other singulars we use is, and for plural we use are. Is that clear, my dear children? Past continuous and present continuous. Are you able to identify the difference between these two, ma? Okay. Now there is another possibility where we use past continuous. An action happening at the particular point in time in the past. When something is happening in the past, it continues for a while and it ends in the past means that is also considered to be past continuous. See, we missed the show at 1 o'clock because we were eating lunch at that time. Why did you miss the show? Because you were eating at that particular time. So everything happens in the past. Got it? That's another possibility there. What is the third possibility? A long action interrupted by a short, quick action. So you are doing something for a long time. In between, you do another work, and once again you join in that same thing. At that particular place also, we use past continuous. Look at the example. I was eating mulberries when someone knocked the door. So this is known as the interrupted action mediation. So, for example, when I was watching the TV, my dad knocked the door. So continuously you were watching a TV, all of a sudden somebody is coming and interrupting you. At that particular time we use past continuous. Okay. So quickly we'll see present perfect and past perfect alone. Not okay. It's already time, I think. Okay. So until this, are you able to understand, my dear children? Any doubts until this? Any
No,
doubts?
sir.
Okay. Thank you all. Have a great day. So we'll continue tomorrow.
Take care, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.